Sometimes you suffer for your art.
Sometimes you like to breathe, sometimes you don't.
When Allison first started drumming, she would get gruff from people for not smiling all the time. And I kept telling people, Dan can mess about and I can creatively sing, but her timing has got to be spot on. It's got to be spot on for like 8 or 9, 10 some odd songs in a row. So while we're all doing whatever, she's counting to 4 for like an hour.
You can't stop those.
You should dance more. I have to do stuff, sorry.
and I saw Jesus Jones play once years after their success when you did that with the Mitch Ure show and what's his face from the band Modern English, yeah. And they had a drummer. They had new songs and new stuff, and so he's sitting down kind of in the center of the stage, and they're kind of around him. He's got his headset on and the little electronic gear, and he's got his full case. And the whole time he's playing, you can see his mouth. The entire show, very, very intense, and it was good, but very, very intense, and counted to 4 for like half an hour. So, yeah, I think drummers come under a lot of scrutiny in electronic bands, and female drummers a little bit more so, and which is a little unfair because it is. How do you feel? Yes. Yes. After much thinking about it, yes, says the drummer.
I do like the way when you lay out your stage that Allison isn't just like shoved in the back. Like a lot of bands, it's almost like the drums are an afterthought.
That's always been a conscious decision. We've always wanted to be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. We usually leave a gap in the middle so that I can step in between.
I can't tell you how many chords he stepped on.
I only unplugged something once. I have a pretty good track record. I think the thing I unplugged was me. So, any other questions? We have.
I do have a question for you. Every year, well, 3 years, I've been here, well, not this year, never mind. You always think, because they put up the slides behind you and they have the You Remind Me of the Babe, and you always say, next year at Wicked Fair, we will do, and you never do. Are you ever going to?
It's kind of like, oh God, what do you call it? What do you call it in writing when you talk about something that never happens, or you?
We used to call them lunch table bands.
In
high school, you sit down with your friends at a lunch table and you start talking, and then
like in My So-Called Life, like you never see Tino or the cat. Like there's things like in Home Improvement, you didn't see what's his name from like the neck down. Like it's this thing that we talk about and we threaten to do. And then, well, this year we have a good excuse. We finished an album.
Is it going to be like the next Thursday thing? It'll happen next Thursday, and then Thursday. It'll happen next.
Yeah, it'll happen next Thursday.
Yeah.
We won't be at Wicked Fair next year. My daughter's getting married, so I checked as soon as I found out. I checked with the powers that be, and the Wicked Fair is already set for the dates next year. So I'll be at my daughter's wedding.
You can't just get married at Wicked Fair?
Not for me yet. She's married. Imagine Cynthia. Oh God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's been dating him for several years now, and I'm really jealous. But it will be at steampunk and all those other things probably.
See how you change the subject.
When you call me out on it, it doesn't work quite as well. We will probably eventually do it next Thursday.
Yeah.
Next Wicked Fair. What do you think? Next Wicked Fair?
We'll do
We'll do next one. We'll do next Wicked Fair. Wicked Fair 2016? Oh yeah. Wicked Fair 2016. I winked. What songs of ours would you like to hear that you don't hear very often?
You already know my vote.
I know Carol's vote. Carol wants us to play the ending live.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way. The ending?
I've heard
No way.
this.
lovely song?
I need 3 hands for that one.
You see what just happened?
I've heard that.
The whole band just.
Dan?
The ending is a lovely song, and we made sort of a little video thing for YouTube, but it's never gonna happen.
Actually, wait. There's no lyrics in it, is there?
Yeah, there's like 8 lines.
You could play one of the parts.
That was one of my favorite songs when I
I mean, we could in theory play. I could play strings, you could play piano, and Allison could.
It'll be that song where like the drummer just sits down.
This is the drummer's favorite song.
Clicks the drumstick or shakes a tambourine for half a second. Shaky eggs. So.
But there's something on the new album too that I thought I said something to you about, but I'd like.
We played Surrender Without Sound once, and it is possible we can play it again. It is a slower song. We have to be careful because, in truth, modern audiences want to dance and leave. Want to dance, leave the shop. You know? We can play that.
That's my favorite song on the album.
It is honestly one of my favorite songs. Yeah, not only did I write it lyrically for my mother. No, that's all right. But it's the slower song and the vocals that when Dan sent me the first sort of demo take, he's like, here, these are the harmonies and vocals I came up with, and he played them for me. I was moved instantly. Seriously, props to you, because and then there's this sort of speaking part that happens, so it becomes this sort of like, not to reference artists who are infinitely better than we are, but it becomes this sort of David Bowie moment, where sort of like in Ashes to Ashes, you get this sort of harmony melody, you get that little spoken line, and it's just really nice. I love what happened in that song. And Andrew Sega, who mixed the album, or who mastered the album, it's one of his favorite songs in the album, so he wants to do a special remix of it. So I can't wait to see what he does with that. So that. We have like time for like one more question, I think.
Yeah, we have one more question.
Like maybe from the person who just walked in. He's probably waiting for the next panel. 2:38. She said we had 15 minutes. Like we have 7 minutes now. It's a 45-minute panel.
Yes.
Okay, so we have
7 minutes.
So basically that's one question.
We can do a lightning round. One minute per question. 7 questions. Go.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
Wolf.
Next.
If you were a flower, what flower?
Wolf.
I would be a Scarlet Pimpernel.
For someone who just got to know Platform One, how did you get the band name Platform One?
You want the truth or the lie?
There are
Yes.
a lot of lies. We all have our own.
Depends.
Give us a handful of lies and one truth.
Oh.
And then make us guess.
That's Midge. That's from that's Visage. That's from Fade to Grey.
Right, Fade to Grey. I say it comes from Visage, because
She-
it's one man on a lonely platform, one
One case saved by the sun.
by Midjor, but that's not true.
That's not true. Dan likes the story that it comes from Doctor Who.
And it comes, okay, Doctor Who, the station orbiting Earth in like 40,000 AD when Earth is being destroyed and they're gonna watch it live on television is called Platform One. And when you walk into Platform One, it says, Platform One bans the use of teleportation, weapons, and religion. And I always thought that was really cool. And you know what, here's the deal, and I'm sticking to this. Time Lords, time paradoxes, it can still be true.
Yeah, right. And Dan's a big fan of that theory.
All right.
And the actual story.
The actual story is, in the 80s, there was a band called King, led by lead singer Paul King, and they had 2 albums out, Steps in Time and Bittersweet. And Bittersweet, there's a song called Platform One. And the name just struck me. The song actually has a really sort of weird 80s island English feel to it. It's a bizarre song that we're never going to cover. but that's actually the truth of where the name comes from. Any other, we have 1 or 2, we have 1 or 2. Hi, sir. You have a question for us?
Nah.
All right. Yeah. Who are you? Who are you? Guys, you're not ego like this.
Hey,
I got asked by some anonymous fellow last night if we would consider covering Shout between two fears, and I said no.
Hail Shelter.
I said we would consider doing a song off the first album. I said maybe Memories Fade or Shelter, because I can take it
I'm
down.
like, yes.
And the second I said Hail Shelter, he made like the praying sign. He said, "Oh, please make this happen."
Okay.
It's got the right harmonies.
Oh, it's got great harmonies. It's got acoustic guitar.
And
It's got the
I'm all about the nibbies.
So Hail Shelter might happen probably before Magic Dance.
You know, listening to your band, it would be interesting if you did a cover for Depeche Mode, like Policy Truth, or if you did something like Blue Monday. You know?
Oh my God, it was True Faith that we covered.
Faith, yeah.
We covered True Faith, and it was so spot on that it sounded like we had taken like a karaoke recording or vocalist, instrument only if you ordered and played it and danced. Like this is too spot on. Like we haven't put anything of ourselves into this. This is to that, and so we didn't do that. We covered Question of Time by Depeche Mode years ago, which we're not going to do again. And
If I was going to cover a Depeche Mode song, I would want to do, Dangerous. That's the one I want to do.
Dangerous is a fine
Yeah.
tune. I like Dangerous.
That'd be a good one. Or,
I like Nothing.
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Or, I know what we could do. Shit, I lost it.
Well, that was great. The agile mind.
I was like enjoying
New Dress.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
Wearing new dress.
Well, he would add no. Big fan of that. You never know, that can happen.
Could happen.
Could happen. Any last
Question.
Last
We have
question.
time for one more. All right.
You're a bird.
Ow, next question.
Well, thank you guys for coming. I really honestly appreciate it. Again, thank you all for buying merch, supporting the band and the Kickstarter. That has been, we were calling each other like the next day going, oh my God, do you see what's happening? Oh my God, do you see what's happening? We're so floored by it.
I told him he was ridiculous for asking for that much money.
She did. She called me minutes after it went up. Are you insane? $3,000? We're never gonna get $3,000. What are you thinking? True story.
I appreciated the initiative.
Thank you. And then of course, also don't forget that at 4 p.m. we actually have a show.
Right?
Yes, 4 o'clock.
So please come and see it and dance, because we love working out and seeing you guys standing up, dancing right in the front.
I have to say, I love the fact that after a few people were saying, oh no, they want everybody to dance on the side. You're like, nope, up front.
I know it's difficult for people who film us,
Yeah.
but I really do like the audience up front.
There was actually a nice alleyway last night that I was able to just catch, and everybody danced just on the other side of that little bit of alleyway in the front. I'm like,
All right. I will go and have fun for the next hour and 15 minutes, and then come see us play. And even more fun. On the dot. See, that's how.